Hey there, it's your boy, aka Scarface. Now, as I told you previously, if you've been watching, I'm quite a bit of a film buff. I love my movies. Here's just a bit of, damn, maybe that's a better... Hi again, that's a better shot of me. You must have been right up my yin-yang just then. Doesn't matter. Anyway, as I say, I love movies. These are some of the films that I've collected over the years on VHS. This is just a bit of a selection of DVDs that I got recently. We got a bit of Amelie, 10 Canoes, Brand New Day, a bit of Aussie stuff, Don's Party, The Handkerchief, which looks like a kind of interesting film. It's got a kind of... It seems like it's got a bit of... It's going on that Notebook vibe, I guess. But decent cast. Could be interesting. Is that William Hurt? Yes. Indeed. Mr. Dub Hurts himself. Great actor. Anyway, this is just going to be... I don't know how long this video is going to be. It might be long, it might be short. But so far this year, I was just having a look, like... My best boy Tommy Starlin's all about banking films and stuff. I'm all about watching them. And as I've discussed with TS, he's a really, what could be classed as a, what does he call themselves? Like a cinephile, something like that, really into all that kind of stuff. So am I. I love a bit of that. We love the Korean wave, we love the Greek wave, we love all that good stuff. We're all into our classics like Bergman, Tarkovsky, etc., etc. But for me, I'm kind of interested in the mainstream as well. Like, I know maybe not auteur film, but stuff that still touches you. And, Hollywood does have its own auteurs who exist within the mainstream to some extent. And that's kind of what I'm into. I'm into feel-good stuff because having a mood disorder. I can honestly say that a good happy film is as good as Prozac sometimes. For some people, I'm not saying that it's a cure-all for everything, but I'm just saying it makes me feel good, and that's the important thing. And can I actually say, Get Smart has aged very well. It's actually funny. It's actually quite good action and everything, and it's worth a reconsideration. I don't know why there was never a sequel, because it was good enough to be serialized. Turned into a franchise. Anyway, just picking up a few others that I've watched recently, so I can be as yeah, I just want to go as deep as I can. So, wow, that makes 70 films that I've watched this year so far. And I'm just going to go through a few of them. I'm going to lend them out to my buddies so that they can watch some if they want to as well. But anyway, so that's what this video is going to be. Whoops. Just, And as I say, it's not all auteur cinema. There's quite a bit of pap. Maybe considered pap. Ha! Almost showed my face. But yeah, I think watching 70 films in a couple of months has been pretty good. Plus all the stuff I watch at Netflix when I'm at my holiday house. But I think the Dharma, the Buddha, not the Buddhists. Maybe is Dharma a Buddhist thing? Yeah, I think Dharma is a Buddhist thing. But it tells us to be watchful, to be watchers, to observe the world and not just throw our heads full in. So I still think it's important to actively watch things, and I try to do that with my own life. It can be difficult because I want to read as well, so that's why I don't have the internet here. And just talking about books, just a quick shout out to my main ABC radio man, David Astle. He's an author as well. I've got one of, I think I've got his first novel, but these are a couple of books that he's written, which I'm going to get into at a later point whenever I get a chance. But back to the video at hand. I just wanted to quickly go through the videos that I've watched, and some of them don't really need any comment. Others I might talk a little bit about them. So here we go. Okay, so this is a classic. I really enjoy it. I mean, I've been a fan of David Foster Wallace since I got a copy of Infinite Jest, or I definitely got it from a garage sale, and I had it for a while, and then in a bad moment I burnt it. But I've got two copies of Infinite Jest now. Not the same version, not the same edition. I'd love to get another one of those editions. It's a better looking edition than the two Abacus prints that I have. But anyway, great film. Check it out if you can. James Ponsoldt, he's an amazing American director, and hopefully we see a lot more of him. His film The Circle got panned pretty hard and nobody took it seriously, but that's also a very good film. I like it. Anyway, on to a bit of Australian classic films. The Year My Voice Broke. I borrowed this from my friend Sherry Berry, along with some other ones, but I actually have a copy of it myself. But really, like a classic coming of age story. Noah Taylor, and the girl in it as well, who was Lerna Carmen, probably Dutch, I guess. Of Dutch descent, obviously an Australian actress. It was the year that changed everything, forever. Amazing film, and its follow-up. Flirting, I watched as well on VHS. So there's a couple of films that I'm not covering here because they're on VHS. I won't go into that at the moment. But seriously, John Dugan, one of our iconic Australian directors, and definitely worth following. See what he's done. His early stuff is amazing as well. Anyway, on to the next one. I've got to go faster than this. Dominic and Eugene, great film. Tom Hulce, Ray Liotta. It's kind of got a John Sayles vibe, like very humanistic and amazing performances. Okay. Doop, doop, doop. Okay, now this is a great film. I won't mention. I've got to be faster with this because this video is just going to go freaking forever if I don't smash through it. So Something Wild, great film. Dream with the Fishes, great film. Nothing But the Truth, alright. I'm not, I don't like to give films scores because that's not really what I'm about. A great Ghibli film. Never heard of it before, but it's not your typical Ghibli film. It's a drama. There's no demon spawn or whatever you normally get in anime, but it's great. Leap of Faith, I really like this. My sister was like, blah, 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 but I thought it was pretty good. Like Steve Martin in good form, in good early 80s form, early 90s form. Yeah. Crash Pad. This is a really funny film. It was endearing. It was like a kind of goofy sex comedy / bromance type of thing. And, well, it's worth checking out if you ever see it. Now, this is a great film. Really, really great. And I mean, I said to my friend, like, I totally rate George Clooney as a director. Like, you know, he's pretty good. Mad Money, bit of a cheap laugh, but you know, decent performances, decent cast, a bit of a goof. Don't Think Twice. This is a great film about improv comedy and things, like with a great ensemble cast, and just really like good spirited. I like it. Yeah, it's good. What do we got here? The Deal. Oh, geez, I don't think I even finished this because this was kind of made in the late 90s. Didn't have a great vibe, so I can't really say. I don't want to condemn it completely, but maybe I did watch all of it. Yeah, I don't know. It was alright. It was alright. Good cast. Peace out to Meg Ryan. I hope she still has a career she deserves one. Lawn Dogs. This is another John Dugan film, an American film that he made. Great cast. I mean, it's got Misha Barton as a 10-year-old, 12-year-old something, and she, like, that girl just shines. I watched another one of her early films called Pups, which will be in this, which will be further down the line on these videos. But yeah, good film. Good film. This one, look, I have a thing, like, when I collect videos, I don't go generally near Eagle Entertainment because, like, it's generally, like, pretty much B+ at the best with its cinema. And this film is kind of no different. Although, notably, a very interesting internet auteur named Andrew Bowser, it has a cameo performance in this as a DJ, which I'm like, hey, I know that dude. Well, you know what I mean. Like, I know him kind of because I've watched his videos. He's a dude who's like pretty cool. It's pretty cool. The one about the Satanist. He plays this Satanist character. I can't remember what his name is, but anyway, it's pretty cool to see Andrew Bowser, and shout outs to that homie. He's my boy. Starsky and Hutch, pretty funny. Didn't mind it. Now, this is a good film. Maybe not a great film, but, I mean, for what it is, it's kind of ahead of... Well, I don't know if it's ahead of its time, but definitely good performances. Jason Patric, peace to the JP. He should have had a bigger career than he ever did. Middlemen, it's alright. Bit of fun. You know, about the internet, so that was kind of interesting. Internet porn. But not the greatest film. But, you know, alright. Now, this is a really good documentary about the guy who played Big Bird. And, can I say a tidbit of historical information? Oh, fucking hell. Just a sec. Yeah, just a tidbit of information. Apparently in the 80s, NASA wanted Carol Spinney, dressed as Big Bird, to go up in a spaceship. He was like, yeah, I'll do that, for sure. And then later they're like, nah, we can't fit Big Bird in the spaceship. He's too big. And Carol's like, oh, okay, c'est la vie. Then that space shuttle launched and promptly eviscerated in the atmosphere because it was Challenger. Just think about that. How different our universe would have been if Big Bird had been eviscerated in Challenger. Now that's something to think about. Great documentary. I recommend it. Into the Night, I do not recommend this. Now, as I showed you before, Something Crazy, I kind of have this theory that there was this kind of like a trilogy about like men breaking bad at nighttime and getting into trouble and things. So I think of After Hours, Something Wild, and Into the Night. And this is definitely the weakest of the three. Although, I must say I didn't give it complete attention. Anyway, we've gone there. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, geez. I mean, do I recommend this film, or what do I say about this film? This is just like, it's kind of difficult to even explain this film like it isn't really a film. Like, well, it is, but it's very dark. It's very mumbly, I guess. So, you know, it's funny because his film before this, the comedy, that was Rick Alverson. The comedy, I got a ripped copy of it. An illegal copy, and it went in for like 5 minutes, and then it just had a shot of Tim. Can't think of his name. Tim Heidecker. It had a shot of Tim Heidecker in a boat, drinking beer, with a scrolling comment on the bottom of, if you want to watch this film, buy it. And it just went for like 70 minutes just of that. So I don't even know if that's actually the film or whether that's just what happened. Anyway, I don't know about that. I don't know. Okay, Valhalla Rising. Now, I really wanted to like this film. Like, I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. But then, like, I don't know, maybe I needed to give it more attention, but it just didn't have that je ne sais quoi. So, watch it though. I mean, Mads Mikkelsen is a legend, and I mean, his performance is pretty amazing. So it's worth that. Like, I give Nicholas Winding Refn a he gets points, obviously. Now, Brigsby Bear, that's it's a Lonely Island film, and I quite liked it. It wasn't bad. It was quite endearing. I might bring us in a little bit closer here, yeah? Okay, Brigsby Bear, decent film. Now I'm going to flash through a little bit faster. Okay, Tamara Drew. Actually, sad story. We watched this on the night that our lovely golden retriever got put down just to make us feel good, and it's a great feel good film. So if you're ever needing to feel good, you know, I'll give you an orgasm. But if that's not possible, Tamara Drew, I'd go there. Yeah, it's all right. Eat, Pray, Love. Okay, so yeah, I rate it. It's not a bad film. Yeah, not a bad film. Oh, for fun. Okay, Empire Records. Again, night my golden retriever died. We wanted to watch something to make us feel happy, and that was the choice. Best Man Down, yeah, I liked it. I mean, like, I was into, there was a show about 10, 12 years ago called Reaper, about a guy who, is the son of Satan and has to bring souls back to hell. I really liked it, and Tyler Labine, this big guy, that guy, he was the sidekick kind of comedy character, and I think he's got some chops, man. I hope we haven't seen the last of him in mainstream culture and whatnot, because he's like the new, I don't even want to say, you know, like he's got that Jack Black vibe, and yeah, I don't mind him. Okay, At Close Range, yeah, pretty good film. James Foley. So James Foley is quite a good American director who went on to make things in the 90s. I think he did a John Grisham film. Glenn Ross, which is in this collection as well. Okay, anyway, good film, great cast. Opening night, it was alright. It was alright. Bit of fun, bit of goofiness. The Honeymooners, yeah, I like it. Peace Out to Sea. Cedric. Okay, let's do it like this. Let's get through this quickly. Detention, B grade film. Bit of Lundgren action. Der var bra. Hej då. Du är en kille. No, I can't even think of any Swedish to say, but he's my Swede boy. Okay. Surrogates, I've watched, this was the second time I've watched this. I quite like this film. Again, a decent director, Jonathan Mostow. Decent sci-fi. Good, you know, I'm a little bit in love with Rosamund Pike. I think she's a darling. And she puts in a great performance, as does the big BW. Okay. Okay, fuck it. Let's just do it like this. This is going for too long. I've only got 10 minutes. Can I get through the rest of these videos in 10 minutes? Let's see. Okay. Gary Glenn Ross, great film. Someone Marry Barry, again Tyler Labine, and this wasn't a bad film either. The Beaver, yeah, I rate it. It's not too bad. Rest in peace, Anton Yelchin. Laurel Canyon, this is a great film actually. I really liked it. It's got a good vibe. Kind of early millennium indie film. Really good cast. The Fisher King, rest in peace, Robin Williams. You know, I saw this when I was a kid and I wasn't quite into it, but now I kind of get it a bit better. So yeah, worth a watch. Definitely worth a watch. Now this is a really good film, and like I don't know what happened to Edward Burns as a director, because he definitely had a lot of chops, and it's a really good drama, like a really good dramatic thriller. So worth checking out. Senseless. This is if I'm not yet Penelope Spheris, who is really given a lot more credit than, well, no, that's unfair, but she's given a lot of credit for kind of her early punk moves, and I've got to say she kind of, well, is interesting because at the same time that this film was made, she was also making The Fall of Western Civilization Part 3, which is all about like crust gutter punks and stuff, and it actually features in this film. So, you know, to her, she's kind of like John Cassavetes, who you know, made his money in movies, but then made movies as well. Whereas Sphere has made these kind of pappy mainstream comedies, but then was doing her own thing as well. So yeah, peace to her. We Are Your Friends. Yeah, it was alright. I like Max Joseph's style. He's a pretty good director. He's a pretty good dude. Dead Man Down. Yeah, it was alright. Alright. Hotel Artemis. Kind of disappointing. Wasn't awesome or anything like it really could have been. So yeah, maybe not. Don't know. Okay, so we've done At Close Range. Loose Cannons. Yeah, 80s. Secret of My Success. That's a bit of fun. Down in Real Life. Pretty good. Pups. Actually, yeah, this was the one I was talking about with Misha Barton. And yeah, she's good. Really good performance. Fear. Yeah, classic, obviously. Again, I think that could be James Foley. Yep, James Foley. Sleepless, I liked it. It was alright. Didn't have an awesome bad guy death at the end. Railroad Tigers, I don't think I finished. Terrible editing and like super Chinese vibes, which is not a bad thing, but like just super. This film was like alright. It wasn't, not a classic. Shanghai, again, like okay, but not a classic. A Scanner Darkly, yeah, it's a good film. I wasn't really paying attention to it. I've seen it before, but you know, respect to Richard Linklater, because he's really one of those dudes who've changed Hollywood for the better. Whether that stays for the better is not for me to say. Now, I went and saw the new version of Aladdin first, and then I'm like, oh, let's go back to the original. And obviously the original's better. More fun. Not to say that I didn't like the remake. But yeah, Aladdin, rest in peace, Robin Williams again. Blue Ruin, so this is directed by the guy who did Green Room. And again, I wasn't paying complete attention, but it's brutal. And it's alright. I rate it. Dogville. Now, my boy T.S., Tommy Starlin, he still hasn't fucking seen Dogville. And he hasn't seen The Idiots, he hasn't seen Dogville, and like, I don't hold it against him. It's just like, fuck, I wish I was that dude so that I could watch Dogville and I could watch The Idiots for the first time again. Because they are just, you know, Lars von Trier is the man. He really is the man. Yeah, we went and saw The House That Jack Built, and honestly, it's like the only times I think about that film, The House That Jack Built, is when I'm talking about it, because otherwise my brain just goes, do not think about it. It's too traumatic. It's too fucked up. It's not how you want your life to be lived, thinking about such horrible, terrible things. But anyway, that's another story. Journey Greatest Hits. I watched this. This is cool. Although, you know, obviously, it's all about Don't Stop Believing. Like, they had good songs, but Don't Stop Believing was the moment. Best Man Down. Oh, we've already done that. Okay, so this film got canned hard, and I kind of don't know why, because it's, you know, good. It made me feel good. Is that a crime? Am I not allowed to watch a film and just go, ha 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 ha? That's amazingly good-natured and just good. So peace out to those boys. May Adam Sandler keep on doing wonderful things. The Wedding Guest, another, like, I watched a couple of Justin Long films, and this was actually pretty good. I rate it. Kobe Smulders, and of course, Ryan Hansen, who was in Party Down. So good to see him in a good role. So worth a check out. Kind of indie vibe. It has got an indie vibe. Savages is alright. It's pretty good. But not Stone's best. Let's put it like that. But definitely, you know, I rate it. Making Venus. Okay, this film was mentioned. I missed this when I was studying screen and media creation, or I can't remember what the fuck the course was called right now, but it's about these guys in Australia who made like a low budget film and just the manic drama that went along with it, and yeah, it's a pretty good documentary. Anyway, I've got 3 minutes to get through the last 10, I think, so let's crack on. Okay, Love and Other Drugs, yeah, Zwick, not Zwick at his best, but okay. Blue State, yeah, this was a kind of enjoyable, you know, earlier, like 2005, but completely different era. Like, remember George W. Bush? Ha 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 ha, yes. Remember that old crusty buffin? This was all about dudes like rebelling against him in the day and wanting to go to Canada and stuff, and like we used to say back in the day, oh, if John Howard gets back in power, we're gonna move into New Zealand. But that film's actually about dudes who moved to Canada. But you know, good film. Bad Boys, yeah, it's alright. Early Sean Penn, he does a good performance. This is really a really good film made. Directed by Jon Favreau, so you know, and it's kind of got that follow-up to Swingers vibe as well, but it's not an actual sequel. But yeah, worth checking out, especially if you can get it for $2. Freaky Friday, you know, no, nothing needs to be said. This is a good film, directed by Miguel Artete, who kind of came through with a film in the 90s called Maps of Hollywood, something like that. So good seeing him making, you know, again, not as funny as the cover might make you believe, but still an enjoyable film. Okay, Inception. Nothing needs to be said. Turbo Kid, this was kind of goofy. I think it's a New Zealand film, or like Canadian, New Zealand, but very lo-fi, like budget gore kind of vibe, but good fun. Kind of rate it, almost. I'd almost rate it. Patton, classic. Don't need to say any more. Watch it. It's an important film. And finally, yeah, boy, that's a great film. Safdie Brothers. It's got my boy Necro in it. My boy Necro. And Robin Pattinson, definitely good vibe. Check it out, defo. Okay, I think it's even on Netflix. Not that I just got paid to say that, but it is. Anyway, so that is the 70 films that I've watched this year. And you know, if you've watched 70 films as well this year, let me know about it. I hope you're enjoying these Scarface videos. I'll be around for a while until I'm not. And let's just keep rolling. Ba-bow. Peace to the true believers and the unbelievers. And I've still got 10 seconds. Whoa, I've still got 10 seconds left. So peace to your mother.